What's happening, guys? It's Matt. Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, folks, I want to talk a lot about Solana's price action, Solana NFTs, and where I see the whole industry heading here in the next few months. So if you guys are new, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, of course, for more Solana videos and Solana NFT content. Let's get right into it, folks. But before we go any further, do you like NFT whitelists? Because if you do, the Patreon down below is the place for you. I have worked tirelessly to make the Patreon one of the best places you guys could be for NFTs. For only $10 a month, we have an entire team dedicated to finding you whitelists. You guys also get one-on-one access to me, group coaching calls, and so much more. To be honest, guys, it is a steal for the price it's at. If you're looking to take your NFT game to the next level, you guys have to check out the Patreon down below in the description. So the first thing I wanted to do is give us a whole overview right now of the entire market. And what is most fascinating to me is actually how stable most of the very sensitive players have been. Obviously, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they basically drive 90% of the market. I know people don't think that is true, but be honest, folks, they do. And Ethereum and Bitcoin have been very impressive over the past couple of weeks here. Ethereum up 14% on the week, which is very volatile for Ethereum. That's actually not something that it normally does unless you're seeing more of a crash, but definitely nice to see Ethereum working its way back up here over the past few months after having held basically support at roughly $1,000-ish, give or take, 100 or 200 bucks at a time. But when we take a look at Solana, guys, the main thing that is impressing me is the fact that we have held above 40 and consistently added to our level of support for a long time. So you guys can see we were sitting at like 27, 28-ish ballers all the way back here in mid-June. And obviously, a lot of NFTs here on Magic Eden were performing very poorly, as you guys might remember. After some of the massive launches, you saw projects like, say, Primates, eventually crash and not form as well as people thought. There were so many projects that people just had their hearts set on. Trip and Ape definitely being a major player as well, that just saw an absolute bloodbath after Solana dropped down to like 30-ish bucks. But we've consistently added and consistently raised the level of support that we're bouncing off of each time. So you can look here through late June at around $32-ish, 33, 35, 38, 40. Now we're at 42. So it's very stable, the levels of support that we're actually seeing, despite the fact that so many other coins have been behaving a little bit more volatile. So there was actually an analyst who did predict that week Solana hit a 40% price move upside. So here they are basically showing price action over the past few months and basically saying that the level of support from September up until now, when Solana was pushing 250 a coin, has gradually moved in the form of a triangle. So that has headed down, now becoming our new level of resistance, and we have consistently added our levels of support back up to where those levels of resistance were. So if I were to draw it out, you guys will probably see it a lot better done this way, but say we go back all the way to September, one of the main things you guys will notice is that these lines of support keep creeping down, and obviously, you could give or take with your line a little bit, but, these lines of support keep creeping down, and what's amazing now is that we are basically entering that as a line of resistance. So you would draw a triangle here from the beginning of June up until now, and if you kind of zoom in closer, you guys can see exactly how this all works. So again, what we are rooting for is to make it past the $45, $46, $47 kind of mark sometime here in the next few days, hopefully, and be able to move into $50, $60 territory again, which I think most people, especially in the NFT industry, would consider to be no longer a bear market, no longer a brutal bearish phase of the market. And again, you take a look at a lot of these projects, despite the fact it has been a bloodbath for a lot of those very high supply collections, you do have stuff like DeGods that have been holding. A lot of these DeGods have been holding. Again, the listings here are mostly above 300, which is very cool, and obviously that's always subject to change. OK Bears has been slipping down to around 50, but the listings are still not all that high compared to what they were in the past. So OK Bears definitely giving off some potential, in my opinion, as well. But ultimately, guys, again, what we are looking for is people to move back into Solana, people to invest in NFTs again, to start believing in this industry again. And I previously posed in a video a long time ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago, so not all that long ago, but I recently posed in a video that I believe the main way this will happen is through gambling and royalties. I believe that, hey, you know what, if enough of these royalty projects come out where, for using their site, you're getting a portion of the proceeds, that's actually pretty cool. And if the house is giving, 70, 80% of what it is making back to people who are holding the NFT, that might be a pretty lucrative opportunity for those who hold a lot of them. So definitely, if you you look through the popular collections as well, you'll note there are a good deal of projects in here that are built around that. And Crash Faces was just one that comes to mind that sat around 40 for a while, but there are a ton of projects out there. Obviously, a lot of them tied into DeGods as well, so paying out royalties for those that are interested in the DeGods currency Dust as well. So definitely a lot to consider here, guys, but I definitely do believe, based on what they are showing here, that Solana very well could at some point in the future pass $50, and obviously that would be the sign of good things to come, because you guys will note that our crash occurred from roughly 90 all the way down to like 35 in the matter of, a week or so. You very well could see a surge again, in my opinion, that would replicate the price action of the crash, where you go from 90 all the way down to somewhere around 40. Now, obviously, if we go ahead and take a look at our indicators, you guys can see things like RSI, which I always do like to take a look at. Obviously, you could check plenty of different options on here, and if you guys have anything you'd like me to specifically go over, I could do that in a video in the future as well. But obviously, you have the MACD here, giving us a little look of how the buy action and the sell action is looking as well. But definitely, again, really looking to pass that 45, 46, 47-ish dollar target, and hopefully pass into the 50s and 60s in the future. So that being said, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you guys are new. Definitely let me know down below in the comments, guys, whether or not you want more of these price prediction type videos for Solana in the future. That being said, my name is Matt. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.